All right, looks like we are live here. This is the pre-show. It's Dr. Lazar for your weekly checkup, and we are going to be going live here in just a second.
Recording in progress.
There we go. Yeah, rock on. Going to be going live, and it's going to be awesome. So if you have questions, if you want to watch us tonight here on social media, you're rocking that out. If you are interested in calling in, our number is 866-521-WELL, 866-521-9355. Let's take a look here. So we're going to be going live on air here in just a minute or two. There we go. All right. I like it. All right, so let's take a look. We are in pre-show right now, getting set up.
And the WMUZ Life and Finance team is on the air.
Excellent.
To make sure we're all headed in the right direction, we at WMUZ have assembled a team of experts. And every night,
friends,
a different expert is here to give advice about the issues that impact your life.
We hope you find the information on today's program to be inspiring. If you've been told you have to live with pain or a health problem, we encourage you to call and make an appointment with one of the doctors that host your weekly checkup at 866-521-WELL. Dr. Jonathan Lazar and Dr. Jamie Cramer are upper cervical doctors that believe you can have the life God intended for you. The number again is 866-521-WELL. That's 866-521-WELL.
It's Tuesday night. That means it's time for your weekly checkup with Dr. Cramer and Dr. Lazar. This is the show dedicated to helping you live an extraordinary life. Our goal tonight is to give you hope, help you live with more passion, and help you experience health like never before. Welcome to your weekly checkup. I'm Dr. Lazar. Dr. Cramer is off this evening, but she says hello to everyone. And we are talking about something that is a big, big, big deal. Peripheral neuropathy. Peripheral neuropathy. It's a big deal because a lot of people deal with it. The number of people that deal with this it's outrageous how many people deal with this. And we noticed a huge uptake in this in 2021 or so. Now, we've known for years that the issue with peripheral neuropathy is largely due to, there are a lot of things. It could be from diabetes. That's a big one. It also could be from cancer. That's huge, from chemotherapy-induced peripheral neuropathy. So there's a lot of things that can cause it, but we also know that medications and surgeries can cause it. And so the challenge with that is after a lot of people got shots in 2020, 2021, it's no wonder that we saw such a big uptake in it. So, the issue is with the nervous system, it is designed to function so that you can feel what's going on, see what's going on. The challenge is when there's a problem with your nervous system and it's not functioning well. Now you've got big trouble, and if those are the nerves in your hands and feet, in your legs, the problem becomes compounded. In your hands, the problem could be that you are burning yourself. If you can't feel your hands under hot water, that's a big one. If you are working with your hands and you hurt yourself, that could be a problem if you're not able to feel it. With your feet, what's big, and this is a huge one, is that if the nerves in your feet aren't talking to your brain, then you're going to be dizzy, and you're going to have a hard time when your eyes are out of the equation. So, for example, if you are in the shower washing your hair and you have to close your eyes, that's when you have to hold on to something. Otherwise, falls can happen. Or at night when you're needing to get up to go to the restroom and it's dark out, big problem, because if you can't see and your brain and feet aren't talking, that's a huge fall risk. In fact, 1 in 3 people over the age of 65 will have one fall per year. So the question is there something that can be done about it? Because everybody's told that you can't do anything with neuropathy. All you can do is medicate it, is treat it, is manage the symptoms, and there's nothing that can be done with it. But that's not true, and why that's being said is only because people are pulling from the wrong toolbox. If in the toolbox you have drugs and surgery, and by the way, there's nothing wrong with crisis care. We have the best in the world. But when we are dealing with the effects of that, now we're in big trouble, because in a crisis care scenario, the options are take gabapentin or Neurontin to numb it so I don't feel it. I don't feel those nerves dying off. But not feeling those nerves dying off doesn't mean they're not still dying off. They're still dying off. And then the next steps are you can have injections. Then you're in a wheelchair. Then after that, the next step is to amputate the legs, for example. And we don't want that to happen. So we've got some hope for you tonight. I'm going to tell you a story about Linda, who had a really, really, really bad reaction to her shots in 2021. And she really was having a terrible time. And that's starting to turn around for her. We've got tons of stories about that. It's hugely helpful. And what's going on with Linda is she was otherwise fine. After she had her shots, her legs started really bothering her, and she developed something called vasculitis, where the blood vessels were super messed up. She was in a lot of pain. Her legs were patchy. Her feet were patchy. Horrific pain. And then it got to the point where she couldn't feel her legs at all. And when she couldn't feel her feet, and so she came in and she was asking for help and was just in so much distress, understandably. And it wasn't until a few months after we started doing this care with her, she had a huge goal, and that was to go to Cancun or either Cancun or Cabo, I forget. But anyway, her goal was to go there, and she was able to go. She was able to feel the hot sand on her feet. She was able to feel the ocean touching her legs, and she realized as there was a wave coming in, she realized it was coming in. She was able to jump up out of her chair and run up the beach, and that was the fastest she had been able to move in a couple years. So huge changes. There's a lot of stuff that can be done. If you're told it can't, you're not being told the truth. I can't stress that enough. And so we're here tonight. We're here to offer you hope and let you know what's going on with that. So if you have questions about peripheral neuropathy, their feet. 866-521